How Americans really spent their free time. In the roaring 20s, in the quiet evenings of the 1920s, free time moved slowly and softly. After the day's work, people rested their bodies and their minds. Many sat near open windows, listening to distant street sounds fade into night. Radios hummed gently, carrying calm music and familiar voices into small rooms. Families gathered close, sharing simple moments without hurry. Some read by warm lamps. Others just sat, breathing evenly, letting the day loosen its grip. On calmer afternoons, leisure felt unplanned and unforced. People walked through neighborhoods at an easy pace, hands in pockets, thoughts untroubled. Parks offered wooden benches and shaded paths where time seemed to stretch. Card games were played without rush. Puzzles waited patiently on tables. Even popular pastimes felt quiet in private spaces, softened by routine and comfort. These moments were less about escape and more about settling into the gentle rhythm of ordinary life. As night deepened, free time blended into rest. Lamps dimmed, curtains were drawn. The outside world grew distant and small. People prepared for sleep with familiar habits, slow and comforting. There was no need to hurry anywhere else. Thoughts drifted like soft smoke, rising and fading without effort. The day dissolved into stillness, leaving only calm breaths, quiet rooms, and the steady peace of the night. Evenings often began with small rituals that felt reassuring and slow. Shoes were set aside near the door. Coats were hung carefully. A quiet meal warmed the room with gentle smells. Conversation stayed soft, drifting between pauses. Some people wrote letters by hand, their thoughts moving at the speed of the pen. Others listened to records turning smoothly, the music filling the air without asking for attention. Free time also lived in simple hobbies that asked for patience. Knitting needles clicked lightly. Wood was shaped by steady hands. Photographs were placed into albums one by one with care. These moments were unhurried and personal. They allowed the mind to rest while the hands stayed busy. The outside world felt far away, as if wrapped in a soft blanket of routine and familiarity. Later, as the night settled deeper, everything slowed even more. Clocks ticked quietly, marking time without pressure. Chairs creaked gently as people leaned back and closed their eyes for a moment. The room held a peaceful stillness. Thoughts softened. Worries faded into the background. In this calm space, free time became a bridge between waking and rest, slowly dissolving into a quiet, steady calm that lingered in the air. In the softer hours before sleep, leisure became almost invisible. People moved through their homes with care, mindful of quiet floors and dim light. A book rested open, read slowly, sometimes rereading the same page without concern. The glow of a lamp softened familiar walls. Outside, the world seemed far away, as if wrapped in fog. Inside, time felt wide and forgiving, asking nothing at all. Free moments were often shared in silence. Someone might sit nearby, close enough to feel present, without needing words. A gentle breeze entered through a cracked window, carrying the faint sounds of night. Thoughts wandered without direction, drifting from memory to nothing in particular. There was comfort in repetition, in evenings that looked much like the ones before. The mind learned to relax into the sameness, trusting it. As the night moved on, activity faded naturally. Lamps were turned low, then off. The quiet became deeper, fuller. Breathing slowed. Muscles loosened. The simple pleasures of the day slipped away without resistance. What remained was a calm stillness, warm and steady. In that peaceful space, the past day finally rested, and the night held everything gently, without sound, without effort, without end. As another quiet evening unfolded, free time felt like a soft pause between moments. People lingered gently in their routines, never rushing them. A chair by the window became a place of comfort. The faint glow of streetlights painted slow patterns on the walls. Even the air seemed calmer, moving less, holding warmth and familiarity. These hours were not filled, but eased into, like settling deeper into a cushion. Simple habits guided the night forward. Hands folded newspapers with care. Dishes were washed slowly, the sound of water steady and low. A favorite song might play once more, not loud, not demanding. The mind followed familiar paths, feeling safe in repetition. There was no need to plan tomorrow yet. The present moment felt wide enough, steady enough, to rest within. As the night grew quieter, free time gently lost its shape. It became stillness. Lights softened. Shadows stretched lazily across the room. Thoughts thinned out, one by one, like leaves drifting down. The body recognized the calm and responded in kind. Everything slowed, evenly and naturally. The hours no longer asked to be noticed. They simply passed, smooth and quiet, leaving behind a peaceful hush that settled gently and stayed. The final hours of the evening arrived without announcement. Free time softened into something almost weightless. People moved slowly, guided by habit rather than thought. A final glance around the room brought quiet comfort. Familiar shapes rested in dim light. The day felt complete, not because much had happened, but because enough had passed. Calm settled gently, like dust in still air. Small sounds became part of the silence. The faint creak of a floor, the slow turning of a page, a distant train horn, far away and unimportant. Breathing grew deeper and steadier. Thoughts no longer needed direction. They drifted, then thinned, then faded. The room seemed to hold everything kindly, asking for nothing, offering only rest and quiet continuity. At last, free time melted fully into the night. Lamps were dark. Curtains rested closed. The world outside paused, wrapped in shadow. Inside, there was only softness and ease. The body sank comfortably, supported and warm. The mind let go without effort. Nothing remained to be done. Nothing needed to be remembered. The night held on gently, steady and kind, whispering only one final phrase, "Good night."